It's over here, Mommy. Whoa.
Especially our cars. Oh no, you guys don't like I was just gonna say this is kind of like a new red, so it's been really popular, especially in the GLBs. So
It's very nice.
Pretty much
this one
the
also
same.
has the roof.
Oh yeah, it has.
Drive the white one really quickly, see how that one feels, and then we can figure out which one works best option-wise.
Okay.
Perfect. All right, let's go test drive.
Oops.
Yeah, room back there, I can move up if you need me to.
I'm short. You can move. 46.
Once you're ready to start it, foot on the brake and depress the button. So the nice thing about the GLBs, especially that's making it really popular, is gonna be the new infotainment system here. So you're gonna get the one large screen that's both your instrument cluster and your control panel here. It's now touchscreen, which Mercedes hasn't had touchscreen before. This system also has the touchpad controller here. Kind of works like a laptop touchpad. So a kind of all new system. The nice thing is it added more features, so you get to do more with it, but it's a lot easier to use because it's just a lot more simple. So like for your ambient lighting, so you can go to color, and you can actually choose what colors they are from here. My favorite is going to be the multicolor option. And you have the red moon here because it will switch between red and blue, mix them together, and then do pink. So just a nice little option, but super easy to control, change. And then you have all your media options, like connect to your phone so you can make calls, radio, media, Bluetooth. You also have Apple Carplay standard as well. Plug your phone in.
Explain a little bit on that Apple Carplay. How does it work?
So the nice thing is, so all you gotta do is plug your phone in here. It charges it while it's doing it, but it'll actually display kind of your phone screen, something very similar up here. So let's say you like the navigation, a certain navigation system on your phone, it displays it up here. Or, you know, your music, phone calls, text messages, all displayed up here. So it just makes it so you don't have to touch your phone, a little bit safer for you.
Okay.
Exactly. And it just comes up here. Another thing that's really nice, I tell everyone, pretty much makes navigation free for you. Because navigation's free on your phone, so all you gotta do is plug your phone in, it all comes up here.
Okay, that's why they said that it doesn't have the you know, the regular car, it has the navigation already. So that's what they were saying. I know I was reading the reviews.
Yeah.
That's what they were saying. So the navigation is from your phone, not from here.
Which is nice because it's going to be free, and most people find it a lot easier to use on your phone as well.
So your Hey Mercedes still works?
Yep. So you can use Hey Mercedes, ask her to do things. You can see, just triggered her again. Also, you can use Siri as well when your phone's connected. So you have multiple options of, you know, kind of controlling your car.
Awesome.
For Mercedes, You can ask her to do a few different controls. You can even ask her to close the sunshade, turn on or off heated seats. She'll know who's talking because there is a speaker on each side. Okay. So if you say turn my heated seats on, it'll turn yours on, not mine.
Do you have to program your voice into it, or
no? She'll know from the beginning, but she'll slowly get better and better at hearing your voice the more you talk to her. Okay. But she'll know it from the beginning. And then, so you can also tell her things like, hey, I'm cold. She'll turn the temperature up, things like that. Oh, yeah, and your door is open.
Is there a standard in all of the...
You have to close it a little harder. The door's a little heavy, so... Sorry, what'd you say?
Is that the standard for the...
Yeah, hey Mercedes is going to be standard in the GLB, so... Oh, there she goes. So, it's really nice because it's not like old cars where you had to be like, hey, send me to navigation at this address. You can just be like, hey, I'm cold. Yeah, I'm cold. She'll turn the temperature up, things like that, or turn your heated seats on. So she kind of learns like conversational. So
no massage on the seat?
Not on this one, no. This one. Yeah, so you do have seat kinetics. So your seat will slightly adjust as you drive when you turn this on. Pretty much what that does, it prevents your legs from falling asleep, things like that. Super helpful on nice long car drives. Just helps you from, you know, having your legs go numb, falling asleep. Just slowly kind of shifts the seat, little unnoticeable amounts, just to help keep you awake. And then prevents your legs from getting too stiff and things like that.
What's the sync?
This thing? Yeah. This is just all going to be climate control here. So you have the temperature for both sides. This is just how you get to the quick access menu here. So you can actually turn it down. And then kind of like air control if you want to do auto. Auto's nice if you're like, I just want the car to be 72 degrees. You set 72, hit auto, and the car itself will set it to, so the interior becomes about 72 degrees. And then max, hazard lights, rear defroster, interior circulation, and AC as well.
Okay.
Any other questions? Do you have any questions about anything back there? Anything like that?
What's attention assist? Oh,
What's what?
It says attention assist.
Yep, so that's what'll come up if it, because it'll analyze your driving habits as you drive. If it detects that maybe you're getting a little sleepy or maybe had a little bit too much fun or something at a party, it'll tell you, take a break, I can direct you to the nearest rest stop.
Oh, that's the one that we had.
Oh, she likes that.
Yeah, so it'll let you know when you need a break.
That's why I have with my other Mercedes. Okay.
I was wondering one time, well, how does she know I'm tired?
She reads your driving habits and starts, you know, just throwing you little hints. So
yeah, that's what we had. Okay. And this one is keyless start.
And you do have 2 chargers up here. One of your classic chargers, USB, a USB in there as well. And you should have one more in this container here as well.
Okay.
Now, can I start this through my phone?
Yep. So there's an app that'll connect to your phone. So it'll be able to start your car, unlock your car, lock your car. You can check how much gas you have left, if your windows are rolled down, locate your vehicle if you don't know where you left it in a parking lot or something like that. Things like that, all just from your phone.
Is that like forever, or that's
I believe
just,
it's
temporary?
3 or 4 years for free.
Okay.
And then after that, it's a subscription. It doesn't automatically enroll you in it. You have to set it up. Just so it's not, you're not all of a sudden seeing a charge on your credit card in 3 years. It'll ask you to set it up.
No, our old car, there was a website for the Mercedes, but do you have to be a member for that? Do you have to like
no, I have it in my app still.
For the app?
Yeah.
No.
So you can get to the I guess. Oh.
No, you don't. You just sign up because I still have my old one.
Oh, you don't
my
need.
Mercedes, yeah.
Okay.
I still have it.
Okay.
My app.
And I guess this stuff controls this panel.
Yes.
And this for that.
You got it. Wow. Not many people get that. You'd be surprised. So yeah, this one here is going to control this screen over here. So this is actually the nice thing about this being digital. It makes this all customizable as well.
Okay.
So you can just kind of change the look depending on what you like. Things like that. Cruise control settings are all going to be here, which is really nice. You don't have to mess around with that little toggle down below anymore. And then this is just, if you don't want to take your hands off the wheel, another way to control this screen here. Then you have
Okay.
volume, of course,
Volume.
here. Answer, decline calls, as well as if you don't want to say, hey Mercedes, this will probably connect her. Nope. You can flick up on that button, or if you want to go to your favorites tab, go down to the star, and this is all customizable.
Okay.
And one thing I will mention, I know it seems like a lot to learn. We have a product specialist, his name is Scotty. Once you buy the vehicle, he'll actually, once we clean it up, because we bring it all into the showroom floor for you, clean it inside and out, he'll go over all the features with you, help you connect your phone, things like that, so you know all the tips and tricks of the car. He'll also connect the app to your phone so you don't have to do that. He sets it all up for you.
Cool.
So don't worry if it seems like a lot to learn. He's really good at simplifying it and making it super easy.
Oh, okay.
And he knows all the right settings to set it up a certain way so the vehicle's most comfortable, so you don't have to do it yourself.
Okay. Home button is...
Yep, press it. Just brings you back to the main screen.
Okay. And that one, that's the home right now?
Nope, so if you press home, it brings you to the screen. So these are all the different
okay.
options you have for customizing this screen here.
Oh.
Because this one's touchscreen here, but this one, the only way to control it is through this side.
Okay.
But this one has 4 different ways of controlling it. The touchscreen, the touchpad here, the little touch thing here, as well as you can say, hey Mercedes, and ask her to do something for you.
And
Heated seats are up here. Controlled and memory seats for both drivers and passenger side.
so I just hold down.
So let's say this
One.
is how I wanted this seat to be. For one, hold M, click 1, you'll hear it beep. So you could try it with that side too if you'd like. There you go. And now when you hold 1, right now since it's not moved, but let's say I move it back a little bit, hold 1, it'll bring me back.
Okay. When you exit, seats pull back or...
Yeah, so there's a setting that you can have either just the seat, just the steering wheel, or both steering wheel and seat move when you put the vehicle in park to make it easier to get in and out.
Okay.
Mirrors will automatically fold in when you get out of the car, park and lock it. Fold in to make sure no one's dinging your mirrors when you're parking or they're parking next to you, anything like that.
Okay. Right, that block there.
Any other questions, features, anything you want me to point out before we get going?
I think that's it for now.
Let me know. I mean, of course, anytime during the drive, let me know if you have a question.
Okay. Yeah,
What's this one here?
These are just, that's going to be part of like the alarm system. So it's nothing you have to mess with, just part of the system.
Okay.
And then you have your blind spot monitors in both of your mirrors there, the little triangles there. Those are going to be what lets you know
Oh, she always
that someone's in your
yell at
blind
me
spot.
on that one.
yeah.
It'll yell at him too, don't worry. So you'll be getting it from the car and from her.
Because it will vibrate too if you're in the... I mean, I don't know with this one, because I know with my old Mercedes it vibrates if you are off lane.
Yeah, so you can probably see it every time someone kind of drives by you. It keeps blinking red.
Okay.
In a parking lot, if you're going under 10 miles per hour, it'll just glow orange, like an amber color, to let you know to be careful, because when you're about under 10 miles per hour, it thinks you're in a parking lot, so it doesn't want to keep flashing it at you. But once you go over that speed, it'll only glow red when someone's in your blind spot.
Okay.
If you're good to go, we can head out. Any other questions, anything like that, let me know. And then we'll kind of go out and then to the right here. Another nice thing about the 2021, just a little thing, is it now has a frameless mirror, which it's nothing, you know, functionally, but just looks good. Yes.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you that. What's the difference between 2020 and 21?
They actually pretty much didn't change anything between them. Mercedes only does updates about every 4 years, but this was just a little thing they added on just because they didn't make the frameless anymore. So this is pretty much going to be the main difference you see.
Okay.
You also have your garage door openers under here as well.
Cool. You said right?
Left.
Ah, left.
Oh, now I'm like, oh yeah, this one is the panorama sunroof.
Yep.
Yeah.
Take it right here, and then at the light we'll go straight. So in that middle lane we'll go straight here. the highway, just so we get a good feel for how it feels up to speed. Have your dynamic select right here, which can put it into comfort mode, sport mode, eco mode, things like that. You can change it at any time. You don't have to be stopped.
Let me try your sport.
Yep, try it out. So it'll show up there. You can flick up to get to sport.
And that's it.
There you go.
Oh wow. I don't know about that.
Maybe comfort mode it is.
Since my accident is like
Get a little tense.
yeah.
She was waiting on the stoplight, so when it turned green and she took off, and boom.
Oh.
Yeah.
So if she had the brakes on or locked, it would have been
It would have been so much worse.
Yeah.
Oh. Did it take a right at this light? Man. So I'm guessing your car was just total
Yeah,
then.
it was too.
Yeah.
That's why
It didn't look that bad, but I guess it's so
Really?
expensive to fix.
Fix it.
Well, especially with the frame, that probably damaged the frame,
Yeah.
and
It did.
I mean, at that point, you're kind of
yeah,
lost.
Like,
So
Do you know how many people I've come in who have had the same thing? One girl, she was going through an intersection and someone T-boned her and her kid. She started spinning out of control, and she was like, and then hit like a guardrail, you know, the cement guardrails, and she was like, my kid and I both walked away. We didn't even have to go to the hospital.
wow.
And she was like, I'll never buy anything but a Mercedes. Because the car who hit her was crumpled up. And or we have another guy. So you know the SLCs, the little tiny sports cars we have?
Yeah.
He got in an accident. He was going about 45 and someone else was going 60, and they hit each other because they crossed over the lane.
Head on?
Yeah, head on, because they were trying to
Wow.
get around somebody, and then he was coming around the corner. So the Subaru like smashed into him. And the people in the Subaru had to be airlifted to Harborview. And then he still got hurt, but he, you know, they took an ambulance for him. And they were like, he wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for the Mercedes.
yeah, it's crazy how it was.
It's just made me realize how much safer I feel being in a Mercedes.
Only
So where is your airbags? You got side airbags in this?
Yep, and then you have the one, the
And the
steering wheel
front?
here, airbags here as well.
Oh,
I
this
think
one.
this one has his.
Yeah, so it has the ones up here as well.
Yeah.
How's the back?
The back, I'm not, so you do have the ones, the side skirt ones that are right here, but on the back panel as well. Do you see that little airbag symbol?
Yeah. There's one. Now for the GLB, there has 3 seatings. Is it the same size?
Yep, this one has 3 rows.
Oh.
I believe this one does. Let me check. Maybe there's the red one.
Oh. Sorry.
There's the red one does have 3rd row. But yeah, they're the same size. All it does is, so underneath the trunk space, you have kind of a bit of storage. So instead of having storage, that's where they put the 3rd row seat. So you actually
I
don't lose
see.
any space with the
Okay.
3rd row.
I was wondering about that because I'm like, it's a small one. How could you just take it?
It's definitely not really meant for adults, but if you have kids, it's perfect for them. I tell everybody, I'm like, if you're, you know, adult size, you're probably not gonna want to sit back there. That's right. Hey Mercedes, turn on my heated seat. Turn on my heated seat. So I'll turn it on.
You'll be lazy after all this. And then when you have to do it manually, I just,
You're like, oh, I
where
have to
is
push
that
the
thing?
button. Yeah, how's it feel back there? Are you comfortable?
Yeah, I'm comfortable. Actually, there's
So that'll turn on all seats?
No, so
Oh,
just turn
just-
on the one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, how's it feel for you? How's everything feel? Comfortable? Feels good?
Comfy.
You like the sport mode.
He likes.
Oh, I turned
Now
it
it's an
back-
eco, but did you like the sport?
Yeah. That's what I was wondering, how Mercedes does it with 4-cylinder.
See, that's what I always have to tell people. I'm like, the technology Mercedes puts in it, which is nice because you save a lot of gas, but you get a lot of horsepower out of it.
Yeah.
Because it's only a 4-cylinder, but it has a turbo, which helps save you gas. And they've just tuned it to the point where you can get a lot of power out of a lot less now.
Yeah, I was looking at the mileage. I said, oh, it is pretty good mileage in this one.
And that's with a turbo, and it has, what, 221 horsepower.
Yeah.
So I'm sure though you'll keep it in eco mode most of the time. You're not gonna be speeding around too much.
No.
You're more like, I just want the safety.
Yeah.
I want to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And then the next light we'll take a left.
I like the steering wheel better than the old Mercedes we had.
Oh, this steering wheel, yeah, so much better. Because one, you have the functionality of it, and it's just a lot more comfortable too. I'm sure you're finding out it's comfortable as well.
Yeah. This one actually, you feel the steering wheel, not like the, it seems like it's loose. I mean,
Yeah.
it's too soft. I mean, it turns.
I feel like you gotta turn it 4 times to get around the corner.
Yeah.
Especially in sport mode, it'll tighten up the steering even more, so you get even more control that way as well. And then following down.
It looks kind of smaller than the ML.
Yeah, it is going to be a bit smaller.
Yeah, I was looking at it. I said, I think my other Mercedes is a little bigger than this one.
Yeah.
This one is smaller.
Mercedes, just with this one, they liked it because the outside's going to be a little smaller, but they made the inside as spacious as they could.
It's true.
So you don't have to drive such a big vehicle. Makes it easier to park, steer,
Yeah.
things like that.
As I was telling her, you don't need the park assist on this.
I really don't think you'll need it. It'll help save you some money, and it's so small. And with a backup camera, I think you'll be fine. So yeah, even you, try parking it in one of our spots and see how it feels.
Maybe you'll see one
No,
Yeah.
little hidden car. Might have to go around, find one of the other spots. Yep, looks like there's one over there. There's one right there.
Oh, this thing can turn.
Yeah, and it has a super nice turning radius, so
Wow. You don't need to do a, what you call that, 3-point turn.
Nope.
On your U-turn.
one thing I'll show you, if you could put your foot on the brake real quick, I'll show you the backup camera. So it's nice, there's an upgraded backup camera, it's now HD as well. So you get, as you turn the wheel, it tells you where you're going for either side. So it just kind of has like the outer edges of the car and where you'll be. Now it's HD, so a lot clearer than it would have been in your ML. And the backup camera actually pops out of the car, so it's not going to get dirty. You don't have to worry about anything like that.
Is this 360, the camera on this
Not this one, no.
Not this one.
And then in the mirror, actually, when you put it in reverse, the mirror will tilt down for you, so you can see the curb better.
Oh, okay, it's just like ours.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me see.
So it might not do it if you, oh, it should be doing it. Give it a second. Since you put it in park, it might be confusing it.
Oh.
Because typically once you're parking your vehicle,
Let's say drive. And then reverse.
yeah, I think it's still tilted down because I can see the curb.
Oh.
Because once you put it in park and turn it off, it's typically when it goes up, so try doing that. And then the e-brake is all automatic, so it'll go on and off automatically with the vehicle.
This one has the automatic latch and the door
For what?
in the back. Yeah?
Oh, the sound you're hearing? That's going to be the backup camera popping out.
No, what I mean is that this one can open. It's automatic.
Oh, yeah.
Like you can just.
Yep, so there's a button down on the side there that you can open the trunk. You can also open it from the button on your key, as well as
you'd love
with a button
that.
back there as well.
Yeah, same thing.
And you can adjust the height of the trunk as well to how far it opens. So if you don't want it opening all the way, you can have it open like 75%.
Every
just
time I
like
go
the
to
old
the
one.
base, they want the trunk open,
That's
so
why.
you have to get out.
Nope.
No, I don't do it. The MLB does that.
And then, so there's the button down below to the left.
This one.
Yep,
Yeah,
so you
to
pull
do
it
that.
up, kind of towards you. It's a little toggle. If you pull it towards you, kind of pull it. Yep.
There you go.
And then you can close it as well from that button by holding it down.
Oh.
So holding it the other way, push it in
With
instead.
the other one. That's why I love my Mercedes, the old one, because when I go on post, we have to
Yeah.
open the trunk.
So you didn't have to get out of your car.
Yeah, she tried to do that on my Escalade and says, no, I'm not doing anything. So when you go to drive, reverse.
Oh, it
So-
just did it. Did you see it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it tells. The e-brake,
Yep.
how do you disengage them?
It comes off automatically. So once you put it in
Okay.
drive or reverse and let on the gas, it automatically comes off. And then once you put it in park and turn the vehicle off, it comes on automatically.
Okay.
So that's something else you don't have to worry about ever. So what do you think of this one?
It's nice, actually. But you said this one doesn't have the third row, yeah?
No. Are you looking for the third row?
I was just wondering, maybe. I mean, what's the, how much difference the price is?
I think it's about $1,000.
You see the
road
red
one might have it.
Might have it.
Hey Mercedes,
How may I help you?
turn off my seat heating, or
I'm switching off
turned it
the
off.
seat heating.
where's that light? This one?
Yep. So when it was on, you'll see all three come on.
Oh,
And then when it's off,
I see.
it'll go off like this.
Cool. And this is where you charge your phone?
No, that's just extra storage for you.
Okay.
So keys there, whatever you may, so you can coffee holders come up. You also have the buttons here if you have something bigger that you're trying to put in there.
Okay.
Oh, and you said this one has the lights, right? You
Yep.
said, yeah. So this one has...
This will bring you to the vehicle quick settings.
Okay.
So if you press that, it just brings you up to settings. There you go.
There you go.
Quick access, and you can also click through the rest of them as well.
Wow. Love it. This one is not really there.
Yes, so you can try clicking it, but nothing will
Okay.
happen. But then
And
radio or media, if you want to go there or click it again, you go to media like your Bluetooth. Telephone button brings you your phone.
Okay. And on Bluetooth, you just automatically connect if you just leave it.
Oh, yep. So once you get back in the car, it'll take a few seconds, but it'll
Okay.
automatically connect, and then you can start playing your music or call or, whatever you may.
Okay.
And this here's just a hand rest to use this on.
Okay.
Is it 4 or 5 years the warranty and the new
It's
one?
4-year, 50,000 miles.
4 years, 50.
How's that? I saw a note in one of your thing that's lifetime for
Yep.
the.
I was just about to go over that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
with Mercedes, you get a 4-year, 50,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty, so everything's covered. But then, since we're a Larson dealership, we're actually the only dealership on the West Coast that offers a lifetime powertrain warranty. It's for free. We include it in all of our vehicles, just a perk from buying from us. Engine, drive axle, transmission, all covered for life. You don't even have to come back here. Let's say you move to Florida tomorrow, still works out there. So it's just, let's say your engine blows up in 6 years, all you gotta do is pay $200 and they'll replace your whole engine, which is typically, I don't know if you've ever had to replace an engine, a few $1,000s, so.
I see.
You know what you guys can do? Add one more. Oil change.
Lifetime warranty.
We wish, but Mercedes does not like adding oil changes. Don't ask us why, but they don't like it.
I know the car washes.
Oh yeah, you get free car. You can come every day if you like.
That's why I never did it. See, I've done my research.
I like it. You know it better than I do. You're like, oh, and car washes.
I've done. My head is ready. I told him. I said I got a headache already because even how much is it? This. I said let me write it down because I'll forget in my head.
Well, you also have free loaner vehicles. So anytime your vehicle
that's
is in
right.
service, free loaner car for you. And it's a Mercedes. We're not just going to put you in anything. So as well as you have a 5-day exchange policy. So let's say you get home and you're like, wow, I hate the color white. You have 5 days to exchange it for something of equal or greater value. And then there's a 5th one. Oh, let's say you trade this in with us in a few years, maybe 2 years, maybe 10 years. You get an extra $1,000 with us, just for buying the car with us. So we just call it the Larson difference. It's because we've actually been in business longer than McDonald's. And it's all a family-owned business. It's been in the same family all this time. They actually mostly work out of our dealership. And they're
do you guys own the Honda? Sorry.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, that's
but
what I thought.
They like offering that. They like just, you know, showing their gratitude towards people for keeping them in business for so long and adding that extra perk. So
yeah, when he told me, because I was looking at car gurus, car whatever, every car.com you could do. I look at a Mercedes, right? And then I look at, you know, Mercedes Seattle, Bellevue, whatever. And then I saw the 2020. Actually, I was looking at 2020 first when he was the one that was when I was doing online, and he was the one that answered me online. But anyways, I was like, oh, all this warranty, and it when I talked to, maybe I talked to him, or probably just online, and that's why he said that we're the only Mercedes in the Northwest that offers lifetime warranty for all the stuff.
Yeah, so it's included for free. You don't have to pay extra or anything like that. You know, we don't get you back there and we're like, actually, that'll be more money.
Yeah.
It's for free. So
it's like peace of mind, at least that part of since it's very expensive.
Especially, if you've ever had to replace a transmission or an engine, you understand. You're like, yep, that sounds perfect. I want my engine covered. I know a few people have done it and they're like, I just spent $8,000 on a transmission. And I'm like, well, you should have bought a car for me. It would have been free, or $200, excuse me.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, let me try, because I compared the prices from here and there. But then, you know, the peace of mind that you have is more important. But,
exactly.
You know.
You have a question?
Your battery still under your seat?
For the car?
Yeah.
Nope, in the hood.
In the hood?
Oh, because the MLB was...
Oh, really?
I was going nuts trying to look for the battery.
I didn't think it would be this hard.
He was like, I said, oh, where's that battery then? And it was underneath the seat.
Yeah, but it died somehow, because we were gone for about a month, and then we came back, it wouldn't start. So I don't know how to jumper it.
One nice thing I will add, because you have the remote on your phone instead, so let's say you take a month vacation to Florida, right? You can actually start it about once a week in your garage from your phone to make sure when you get back it doesn't die.
Oh, that's
but
right.
in case it does, and let's say you don't have a car to jump it with, Mercedes for the 4 years, 50,000 miles has free roadside assistance. So all you gotta do is call them up, they'll come jump at your vehicle, free to you. So, or if it needs a tow, they'll tow it to the nearest Mercedes dealership for free. So
cool.
You don't have to ever worry about that. Or if you get a flat, they'll come, you know, they'll come bring you to the nearest dealership, get you all fixed up for you. So you don't ever have to worry about that.
Can I listen to the radio?
Yeah, the radio. What's that? What is? I guess packages has like premium radio, whatever.
I don't know what you want to listen to, but you can scroll through them.
I just want to hear the
volumes here.
I dropped out of high school, stereotypes of a black male misunderstood, and it's still all good.
This is the Harman stereo?
I believe so, yes. Because then you also have, you go to your settings here, you can adjust your bass, mid, treble, things like that.
Cool. I miss the Mercedes sound.
It's hard once you get used to a Mercedes to go back from it.
Yeah.
The GLB, this is what I call the best bang for your buck. Because you get the good size, you get all the technology, the safety features, and the good drive, but you don't have to quite spend the pretty penny a GLE cost.
That's why I was looking at GLB, because I said, well, this one is not as bad. I mean, not too much as compared to the GLE, and then. But this is the latest anyway. Then, right?
So this is all the newest technology, everything like that. So just because it is the newest vehicle, so they like to put all the new technology and make sure, you know, they like to come out with a bang, you know what I mean? They want to really show what they're capable of from the start, so.